Welcome to Liesel's Artistic Studio. Today I'm going to show you how you can paint these beautiful tiger lily flowers using watercolors. So let's get started, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So first of all, we need a light drawing of these tiger lilies on watercolor paper. But don't worry, if you need help drawing these, click the link above or at the end of this tutorial and you can watch my step-by-step video on how to draw this flower. We also need some brushes. I have a medium round brush with a nice point, as well as a very thin, small round brush for those tiny spaces, including the stamen and petal and leaf veins. We also need some clean water, a paper towel, and of course, watercolor paints. Mine are mixed with water and are ready to go. Now for the paint colors today, I have red-orange, orange, yellow, green, and a dark brown. Or you can use brown mixed with a little black. Now here is the good news about this particular painting. You are basically going to be repeating the same steps over and over again. So once as you've learned how to paint one petal or one bud or one grass blade, you can paint them all. So let's start with the flower petals. So first, take some of your orange and paint the majority of the petal with this color, but leave both ends unpainted or white. Then, while the orange paint is still wet, take some yellow and add it to the end, closest to the center of the flower, and let it blend slightly with the orange in the middle. Then, rinse and dry your brush off good and just take a tiny bit of red orange and put it on the outer tip of the petal, and then let that blend with the orange. Now, a little bit of red can go a long way, so make sure you just start out with just a little bit to make sure it's not going to overpower or overtake the orange color. So now that you've learned that, all you have to do is repeat that same process over and over again on each individual petal for both flowers. Now, when you get to the petals near the stamen, you'll have two choices here. You can paint around them with a small skinny brush so that the stamen can be lighter in value than the flower petals, or an easier way would be to just paint over all of them with the orange, and then later when the petals are dry, you can paint the stamen a darker value than the petals, like brown or black, so they stand out. I am choosing to paint around the long skinny parts of the stamen so they can be lighter, and then I'm just painting over the tops of the stamen because I'm going to use dark brown to paint those. But you're the artist here and you can choose how you want to paint these. Now, as a side note, if you have two petals touching or overlapping like this one here, it might be a good idea to skip that petal and move on to the next until the paint has dried so that the colors don't start blending or blurring together. While we let all of the petals dry, let's paint the two buds. This will be done in a similar way as the petals, but we're going to use yellow for the main middle color of the bud. Then use your small brush and add a touch of green onto the base of the bud or the area closest to the stem, and blend the green with the yellow just a bit. Then finally add a few dots of red, orange, and a few dots of brown on the tip of each bud and gently blend those colors into the yellow. When your petals are fully dry, then go back in and paint any of the underside areas of the petals using yellow for the main color and a touch of red, orange, or brown, or both on the tips. Now we're ready to paint the grasses under the flowers. To do this, you can just use some of your green paint and follow the lines you drew. If you need to paint green areas right next to the flowers, it might be helpful to switch over to your smaller brush to paint around these tight spots. To paint the stems of the flowers, use your small brush and paint an entire section with green. Then, while the paint is still wet, take your small brush and just add a hint of brown along just one side of the stem to give it some shadow and dimension. Then do the same thing to each section of stem. Let's go back in now and paint the stamen a light color of yellow, and it might be fun to add a touch of green here and there. Then add some brown right at the base of the stamen, and you can even paint on a few thin lines of brown to help separate each section. Then paint the oval tops of the stamen a nice dark brown. All that's left now are the finishing touches, and these are what will turn your good painting into a fabulous one. So first, take your thin brush, get a touch of red orange, and lightly paint on a few very thin veins onto the flower petals. You don't want these to be too dark, so test out your color, and if it's too dark, water it down a little bit. A tip for painting these veins is to start these lines at the ends of the petals and make your hand and arm movement quick and light. Don't think about it, just go. Also, be careful not to overdo it. You don't need a lot of these. Now let's add a few similar veins on the buds using green at the base and brown at the tips. Now make some veins on the grasses. You can choose to do one nice vein in the middle of each grass, or you can do multiple thin veins on each grass. I started out with just one, but it felt a little plain to me, so I added more later. For the last step that will complete your tiger lily, you need to add some dark spots to the petals. Using your dark brown and a small brush, start making dots in the center of the flower and work your way outward. There should be more dots closer together near the center and fewer dots and more spaced out the farther out you go. Now be careful not to overdo it and only put dots to approximately halfway down the flower petal. And here is your stunning tiger lily flower. I hope you had some fun painting with me today, and I hope you'll check out more of my videos. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider subscribing to my channel so I can continue to help you discover your artistic side.